The fate of President Donald Trump's sweeping domestic policy package, dubbed his One Big Beautiful Bill, now rests with the U.S. Senate.
Today, lawmakers kicked off a high-stakes vote-a-rama, a marathon session expected to last well into early Tuesday. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is tracking the very latest developments on Capitol Hill. And Brendan, what is happening now next?
Hey there, Mike and Eva. Good evening. Well, President Trump is continuing to push for final passage of his massive 940-page legislative package before Friday, before July 4th. The bill, which narrowly cleared the House about a month or so ago, has undergone some pretty significant changes in the Senate. And those changes would again need House approval before this bill can head to President Trump's desk. Now, we know this multi-trillion-dollar bill seeks to lower federal taxes by extending Trump's 2017 tax cuts and add new measures like no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and tax relief for seniors. The bill also includes boosted spending for defense and border security, but comes with pretty sharp cuts to Medicaid and SNAP, the nation's largest anti-hunger program. More than 70 million Americans depend on Medicaid, and over 42 million rely on SNAP for food assistance. The narrowly passed House version is expected to save an estimated $620 or $25 million over the next 10 years, but would remove an estimated 7.6 million people from Medicaid as well. The Senate's version maintains those pretty strict work requirements, like requiring able-bodied adults to work 80 hours a month until age 65. However, there are exemptions for parents and guardians, children under 14, and those with disabilities. Now, additionally, critics warn that shifting tens of millions in federal SNAP funding to the states could strain state budgets and leave vulnerable families without help. Not every Republican is fully on board. If more than 3 vote no on final passage, it could tank the measure. Democrats largely remain united in opposition, calling the plan a big, ugly betrayal that gives tax breaks to the rich while slashing services for low-income Americans. However, Senator John Fetterman said earlier today he does not support the bill, but he doesn't believe a vote-a-rama is the best way to get the Democrats' message across.
I don't think it's really helpful. I don't understand. I don't think people are going to really be paying attention if you're doing 20, 30 or more kinds of amendment. I don't really think there's a lot of dignity in it.
This bill, as we have said for months, steals people's health care, jacks up their electricity bill, takes away their jobs, all to pay for tax breaks for billionaires.
And so, yes, there are some improvements and reforms to Medicaid to make it more efficient, to make sure that the people who are supposed to benefit from Medicaid do.
Mike and Eva, this vote-a-rama could last well into the morning hours of Tuesday. We're going to have to wait and see. But after this vote-a-rama, the Senate will still have to actually pass the bill. If they can do that, it would then head back to the House. We're hearing potentially by Wednesday we could see a vote on it. And then if the House is able to pass it, it would then head over to President Trump for a signature. But we're going to be watching closely at the implications with many of those controversial provisions in the bill and the impact that those could have on Republicans in the 2026 midterms. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for Erie News Now, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Mike, Eva, back to you.